Now, of course, I don't know about you, but I am guessing that Rachel Reeves probably has her picture on one or two dartboards out there, especially after her November budget, which, let's face it, kind of hit us all with a stealth tax, didn't it, through the employer national insurance, because unfortunately that means businesses will lose profits and therefore pass the costs on to us. Well, thanks very much. But unfortunately for us, Rachel Reeves isn't done there, and I say that because she presumably is going back to the name I gave her in the first place because she wants a bit more money out of us. So what am I going on about then? Well, according to this article, it says that the Chancellor is among MPs criticised for morally questionable claims amounting to, wait for this, £500,000. But just what's that all about then? Well, it says that Rachel Reeves has charged us taxpayers £10,800 for a second home council tax bill over the last 5 years. Analysis shows. Why the bloody hell should we have to pay that? I mean, I don't know about you, but I have to pay my council tax, and if I had a second or third home, which unfortunately I don't, but if I did, then I'd have to pay council tax on that, presumably. I mean, there is no sort of allowances, from what I'm aware, for you to have a second home and get some sort of discount. I think there probably used to be, but there certainly isn't now. So why the hell should she, when she gets 90-odd thousand pounds, I'm guessing, probably more than that now she's Chancellor, for being an MP, why should we have to foot her council tax bill as well? It's just out of order, isn't it? I think she should be made to pay that back myself, but I'm guessing there's more chance of Keir Starmer, pigs flying, eh? But just how many MPs was there then? Well, it might be a bit more than what you think, because the Chancellor was among one of 41 Labour ministers, and this is just Labour, remember, to claim back the expenses, with Bridget Phillipson, the Education Secretary, and Jonathan Reynolds, the Business Secretary, racking up £14,800 and £13,400 bills respectively. These are not small insignificant sums, are they? And this is far more than what I'm guessing the rest of us would be able to claim with our expenses. And yes, I know, admittedly, there will be people out there who say, well, they work for the government, this is a government expense. But don't you think there should be some sort of limit somewhere? And in total expense claims for second properties from all MPs come to, wait for this, £506,000 last year alone, according to analysis by the iPaper. And this was up from £480,000 in the years 2022 to 2023. And MPs with constituencies outside the capital are allowed to claim expenses accommodation in London for their seats and the associated costs, including council tax. Although, to be honest with you, I think a much better expense would be to give them all a monthly train ticket, or maybe we could go one better and give them a bus ticket. Either one of them is bound to be more cheaper than this stupid amount that we're paying for their council tax, and that money, I'm sure, could be spent on better things, much more worthwhile for money as well, eh? However, campaigners said it was morally questionable for politicians to claim, especially as households will see their council tax bills rise from April, which, yes, and of course these guys' expenses will more than likely raise for that as well. I doubt they'll have to pay a penny extra, or actually a penny at all, eh? Labour confirmed it was keeping in place the current rules that allow councils in England providing social care to increase it by 5% a year, and those providing care a cap of 3%. And as a result, many taxpayers face an increase to their council tax bills higher than the usual rate of inflation. And across the country, the average Band D property, mine is not big enough to be a Band D, I'm Band C for anyway, the Band D property will incur an extra £109 a year, so who knows how much it will be for Band C and under. I'm guessing either way we ain't going to be far behind. And for those claiming the most expensive Band H house, I'm guessing that's for hotel or asylum seekers accommodation maybe, last year's £4,342 bill will increase by a whopping £217, which I'm guessing they probably wipe their bums on £5 notes, so I doubt they'll notice a difference. But either way, the rest of us should not be paying for their council tax, in my opinion. If they choose to live closer to London for their jobs, then they should be the ones who are paying, because let's face it, they could commute if they wanted to, just like quite a lot of other people have to. So there's no reason, in my opinion, they shouldn't.